Okay, so now here we are back in the ArcMotion window, and as you can see, I've changed the lens a bit now. I've put a extension tube on so they can get in a little bit closer, and I have also added in the axes that I have pre-programmed for my rig. So we're at frame 1, so we have to basically set a keyframe for that place there. You can do that just by pressing that. That then adds a keyframe to all the axes. What's the focus like? Well, you know, we are dealing with something that's very close up, so it will be out of focus in some places, but we could maybe start by just taking making this little portion in focus, and then so I just save that. Okay, perfect. So then we'll maybe find a ending position, let's say 25 frames, and go to here. So now I think what I'm going to do is just move over like this, just a little bit past it, like that, and then also rotate to take a look at it. I'm just going to pan around onto it like this. Maybe tilt up a little, like this. I think maybe we'll come even further. We'll do even more, a little bigger move. So we'll turn completely 90 degrees, and then bring the camera in a bit. Here we go. And now we're obviously very close, so we'll just back off a little bit. Maybe, and that will be, I think maybe we'll do it by height. And we're going to need to tilt down to see that. Okay. We are, however, rather out of focus, so let's just see if we can get any focus. Okay, I think we might be a bit on the extremes of the focus here, but there we go. There's something a bit nice popping in focus there. If I maybe can move it into the center of the image. Then up. Okay, and tilt, I think. Oops, wrong way. Okay, let's see if we can pull that center bit into focus. Okay, that's looking quite good. And now I'm going to set that as my secondary keyframe. So what you can see here is that the digifocus has sort of changed from its full one way to full the other way, which is quite interesting. So what we might want to do is take a peek at what it looks like halfway through that. So the thing to do there is we go here to the middle and drive to that position, which that's to the ready to capture frame. So we need to actually drive it to this position here, to frame 13. Okay, here we go. We're going to move this. Okay, it's a bit interesting, but we're a bit close on that situation there. So I think what we'll do, pan down a bit, tilt down, and back off a little bit. So we're gonna go, whoops, and again the wrong way. Tilt, and again the wrong way. When it's happening behind me, it's always a little bit mirrored. And there's a nice element here that I would quite like to have as a halfway focal point. So let's just get that in the middle. Let's see if we can't focus on that. Wrong way. Nice. There we go. And then we'll add this as a keyframe. And so now we have a beginning point, a middle point, and an end point. And hopefully at each one of those points, one item is in focus. We could, of course, go through the whole. Let's do that just one more time here. If we drive to this position here, it's going to tell us that we're going to drive. Let's just okay, so that's quite good. Let's just tilt up. This is going to be a slightly strange movement all over the place, I think, but that's not the point right now. Okay, so then we'll focus in on that point and give ourselves a. So now what we could do here, of course, is that we can actually grab all of these positions and we can move them slightly further apart. We could, because right now there's sort of two moves and then there's a slow move, but we don't worry about that right now. So here we got it. This is the shoot we're going to do, and let's do it. Go to capture. We're going to before we do that, we have to press this infinity button, and that will then move us to the frame 1, ready to shoot. The reason why you have these motors that you can, the option to shoot them separately, is in case you're going to crash your models on the way. So you might actually want to move it in a slightly cleverer way. Is this our first frame? Well, it seems a little strange to me, but never mind. Let's go with it and see what happens. So now we can just say shoot multiple frames. I think we programmed 25, so let's say 26 frames, and start. I can see that the camera is still swinging a little bit when it takes the second shot. My rig is, I'm afraid, a little bit wobbly, so I do get a little bit of blur when things are moving. I tend to not worry about it too much. A little bit of blur in movement is actually kind of alright. But I will have a go at tidying that up. So now we're about to go through that first point, focus point. This was on frame 7. That bit is nicely in focus and in the center of the image. And now we're moving on. I'll go and film a little bit with my iPhone so I can cut that in right now. And there we are. So let's check it out. Very cool. You can see how that thing pretty much stays in focus the whole way around, whereas everything else is blurred to shit. So this is just going to be so fun. I should probably have shot on 2s, that is to say 2 frames per image, but we can play back at a bit slower. Let's just play back at 10 frames, and then you can see it's a bit bumpy when we play back slower. Anyway, that is the main feature of the Canon EOS stop motion firmware. It has various other things to do with the resolution of the live view and things, but this was the real deal for why I wanted to have it installed. So, fun times ahead. Thanks very much for watching.